Here's 5 practical ways to delegate effectively without losing control. If delegation feels risky, frustrating, or like it actually creates more work, this video will give you 5 practical ways to delegate properly without losing control or lowering standards. Most managers don't struggle with delegation because they don't understand it. They struggle because no one ever showed them how to do it in real life. Let's dive in. The biggest shift you need to make is this. Stop delegating instructions and start delegating outcomes. When you delegate the how, you might feel in control, but you also end up overloaded. You turn delegation into remote control. Instead, be really clear about the outcome you want, what good looks like, the deadline, and any real constraints. Then step back. This is where it often feels uncomfortable because you're used to being the one who knows how to do it well. But this is the moment you move from being a doer to a developer. Remember, your job isn't to create mini versions of you. It's to build people who can think without you standing over them. Here's a hard truth, and most managers don't like it. If you're waiting for someone to do a task exactly the way that you would, you'll never delegate properly. If someone can do it, say, 70 to 80% as well as you can, then delegate it. That final 20%, it's usually your personal preferences, your habits, or let's be honest, it's your ego. And the cost of chasing that 20% can be huge. You stay overloaded, your team stays dependent, and nothing ever scales. If you're new here, welcome. I'm Andy, a business psychologist. I make practical videos to help managers lead better. If this resonates, a like and subscribe really helps me. It tells YouTube this content's worth sharing with other managers. Most delegation fails because the start is rushed. A better approach looks like this. Spend 30% of the time up front setting the outcome, the expectations, and the context. Let them handle the middle 40% independently. Then use the final 30% to review, reflect, and give feedback. If you skip that first 30%, you don't save time, you just delay the problems. Good delegation always feels slower at the beginning, but it saves you a huge amount of time later. If delegation feels uncomfortable, don't start with big high-stakes work. Start with tasks that are easy to hand over. Things that are routine or repeatable. Things like scheduling or reporting or maybe coordination. These create some really great quick wins because you experience letting go, they experience success, and trust builds on both sides. Once that trust is there, you can increase the complexity. Delegation is a progression. It's not a single leap. One of the biggest reasons delegation goes wrong is simply a lack of clarity. People aren't sure what they can decide, so they either freeze or they keep coming back to you. Sometimes you want them to do the thinking and to bring you options. Sometimes you want the decision made without you. And sometimes you want them to check in before acting. Don't assume they know which one you mean. Say it out loud. Don't hint. For example, bring me options. I'll decide. Or you decide and just keep me posted. Or maybe check with me before you act. This one habit reduces anxiety, speeds everything up, and stops you having to step back in later. Delegation done well isn't about losing control. It's about building capability so you don't have to carry everything yourself. Let me know in the comments below if you're struggling with delegation. And thanks for watching.